Hey guys, it's Spaces Sims, and we are back with the last part of Sympathy Kiss, and that is doing the voice acting. So, okay, Bird, I'm gonna need you to not dig your goddamn dagger toes into my neck. Jesus. And then bite me because I'm trying to adjust my shirt, because he likes to then take your shirt and, like, pull the collar down and jam his nails into you. I don't know why he's such an asshole. What? I love you, but you're an asshole. God. It's like I'm trying to be as close to you as possible. You're trying to burrow into my flesh, and it's kind of insane. Anyway, we're here with the voice acting. So to me, the music is so fucking loud right now, but I can't turn it down because then I won't hear the voices. This is the lowest the music will go. You guys are probably like, I can't hear it. I listened to the video, like I sampled the voices in the main menu, and I was like, man, when you put them up high and you play them, like I don't have to crank up my background, you know? But the music's very distracting. Anyway, we'll start. We started in the character profiles because I don't know if we were reading these at the end of, I don't remember. So some of them we might have already done. I know some of them we did not do, but we'll do them here because they will talk and read the things. So actually, I feel like we did start with some of them. So yeah, I did read like Saltomes and some of them in the very beginning, and then I forgot the other ones, but like whatever, you're getting them now, so good enough. Don't complain. Don't complain, or I'll take it away. I will turn this game around and we will go home. Anyway, so Saltome is Gakuto Kajiwara. He was in Jack Jean, which we never played. He was in, oh my god, he's Mikado in Cafe Enchanté. Our little adorable douche. Cafe Enchanté, like, some of the characters I love, but the game overall, I was like, no, I could chuck this out. The ending of that was just bullshit, and I kind of still mad about it, but, Kamuro and Tengoku struggle. That's fucking funny. My brain froze for a hot second reading them. I was like, no, that's funny. That is funny. Those are the only ones he's been in. If you play Honkai Star Rail, he's Luca. So in case you play that. But yeah, okay. He's also in Ensemble Stars, but, you know, and then some other stuff. But, like, those are the things that we've never played Jack Jean ourselves, but, like, he is Mitsuki in that, in case you played that on your own. All right, did we notice that when we first started this, that he's Mitsuki in this and Mitsuki in that? Okay, yeah, all right. But anyway, here we go. He's going to give you his name and everything, so.
Saotome Mitsuki, 24歳。身長は178。誕生日は12月5日で、血液型は AB な。今はエスタリオのエスター誌企画編集部に所属してる。
Okay, so just so you know when we're doing this, if you want to understand what he's saying, you gotta look up and read. Okay, because I'm not going to read it for you after the fact, but there you go. He gave you all of his info. Oh, closed text is why. Okay. I was like, why are these not working? Not the perfect end message. We're going to go to hobby.
謎解きとか脱出ゲームは結構好きかも。こないだ言ったやつはかなり難しくて制限時間ギリギリまでかかったな。楽しいから今度あんたも一緒に行こうぜ。
I actually think he's okay. Listen. I'm like, I think he's perfect. The voice is perfect. I think there's literally been one game where I have been like, okay, that's not true. I can think of one off the top of my head where I've been like, no, fuck this. This is the worst thing I've ever heard in my life. But generally I'm like, yeah, I think the voices fit. There are some, I know there's been some before I'm like, I don't know if it fits the character for me. Not that the voice acting's bad or anything, but I'm just like, I don't know if that's what I pictured or that fits. You know what I mean? To me, it was only Tyrrell from Even If Tempest that I was like, what the actual fuck? No. No, I hate it. I hate everything about it. Stop it. And I'm like, you know, we had to take down all those videos, but I hate to say my voice acting was better. Not because the voice actor's not good. He is. It's just his voice does not suit Tyrrell, and I just don't get why they did that. And, like, no, I don't like it. That doesn't work for me. There's other ones where I'm like, yeah, this works for me, or like, it's not my favorite, but I can see what they were going for. And I feel like that's like at least 98% of the time. Like, that 98% of the time I'm like, yeah, no, this worked. Absolutely. Yeah. I'd play it and I wouldn't be like, this is disjointing, as if I was playing the game with the voice acting on. I'd be like, yeah, no. Yep. Uh-huh. Yeah. So.
立体パズル知らない？面を同じ色で揃えるやつだよ。20秒もあればいけるかな。今は正方形以外にもいろいろあって面白いぜ。
So, Rubik's Cubes. He's really good at the Rubik's Cube. It's adorable. Great, I only have one hand now.
甘いもの全般。洋菓子も和菓子もどっちも好き。基本はコンビニのが多いけど、たまにデパ地下とかでいいもの買うとテンション上がるんだよ。
I can't remember the voice effect he put on for Kamuro, but like, it's funny thinking Kamuro from Tengoku Struggle. All things considered, if you haven't watched that, you know, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but like, it's just funny because I think of Kamuro as being like, not having this much like spunk, just being, I feel like he seems like the voice in my head when I saw him was a little more like, the voice they gave him a little more docile and like, oh, okay, yeah, like whatever, and not as quite as like spunky as this, you know? Did we do spice? I
辛い
don't know.
ものかな。特にわさびのツンとくる感じが無理。唐辛子とかは少しなら耐えられるけど、わさびは完全に泣かしに来てるじゃん。
But I mean, to be fair, like, they always put on different, like, there are times where you could listen to all three and be like, no, nope, they sound completely different, because that's just why they're good at their fucking jobs, and why they get paid the big fucking bucks, and why they should, okay? Why they always fucking should. But it's just funny, but like, whatever he's doing for Mitsuki is perfect. Because you're like, there's a little labradoodle excitedness in here, and yeah.
会社の人らとか友達と週1くらいで飲むかな。雰囲気が楽しくて飲んでるから家では全然飲まないんだよね。
You can hear him smiling when he says certain things. You can hear him being like, yeah, like I'm saying it with a smile, like a little smirk and a little giddiness. Like, you can see it on his face. Like, I don't know.
昔試しに吸ってみたんだけど、ハマらなかったんだよな。今はもう全く吸わねえよ。
Yeah, no, he's does really make the perfect sound to me, really. Okay, perfect end message.
おい、機嫌直せって。謎解きで俺に負けたくらいでそんな拗ねてたら、これから先やってけねえぞ。あんたが俺に勝てることなんてそんなないだろうし。いいで、ごめんって。もうほら、こっち向け。
あ。
ほんと単純。まあ、そこが可愛いんだけど。
I scrolled down too far and I went back up to the top and then I got very confused as to where we are, but there's the other half. The first half, when he was talking, you could see, ouch, hey. And I tried to scroll down because I could tell when he got to that line. But like, I scrolled too far, but like, there you go if you wanted to read the other half. Oh my god. Alright, so let's go and find at least one CG of his that's fun. Let's get like a... Let's see. We have our regular ones. Oh, we have our saucy one. Hold on. Oh. I clicked the confirm button. I was going to open the CG first, but, well, here we are. So, alright, I guess this is the one we're listening to. This is the sexy time one, right? I hope so. Oh. I'm not going to read the lines. We're just going to listen. I'm sorry, I did ruin that for you. Hold on. Hold on. There you go.
しくしてね。まあそれはあんた次第だと思うけど。
I skipped that. I'm sorry. God damn it. I'm like expect. Ah, no, that's not what I wanted. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. I was trying to go back and I forgot the buttons. Okay, hold on. You know what? We'll start over. We'll start over. Listen, apparently I'm not braining today, but anyway, this is the one that we wanted to do. No, see, that's what I was doing the first time and I clicked the wrong button. Okay, guys, I don't know how to button anymore.
目閉じて。優しくしてね。まあそれはあんた次第だと思うけど。ん？だからほら、あんたすぐそういう可愛い反応するから。
See, and I forgot, like, I did turn the music settings. Like, they have a setting in the options that the music will, like, turn off when they're talking, so it's not, like, mingling, and then it comes back on. So that's our cue to skip, so just wait for that! Some games don't have that, or they'll do it automatically, but they only do it a little. This one's, like, no music at all. Like, I like the way it does it, but I forgot that I set that in the settings, so.
残念ながら、俺は紳士じゃないから、あんま煽られると優しくできねえよ。
I mean, and it's nice seeing the difference with, like, Labradoodle and, like, now this.
そうビビんなって。それに、そのうち、優しくされる方がしんどいってなるかも。まあ多分、すぐにわかるよ。
To be honest, I don't know how they do it. You know it's difficult for me to read sexy time scenes, but I don't know how they do the moaning and the kissing without, like, going, oh god, the embarrassment. I'm over here laughing, like, how does he do it without, like, oh dear god. And the visual of, like, you're in a recording studio of, like, people are watching you and you're just, like, making out with your hand. Again, this is why they get paid the big bucks.
体硬くすんな。もうちょっと力抜いて。怖い。緊張ね。お、そうだ。よーしよし。大丈夫だからな。怖くない怖くない。頭撫でたら緊張しなくなるかなって。だろ？あ、でも、もしかしたらあんた、俺に頭撫でられるたびに、今日のことを思い出すようになるかも。
I mean, that's not a bad thing, sir.
ごめんって。でも、バカなこと言ってたら、緊張どっか行っただろ。
Jerk bird? He just attacked me for no reason.
着々で。
Phrasing.
あんたの口の中熱い。物足りなくなってきた。わかっただろ。優しいだけなのもしんどいって言った意味。 なあ、俺のこと欲しいって言って。
Okay, this one's been going on for forever, so we got enough of it. We got some sexy times, but like some of them are gonna like probably go a lot faster, but we're already like 15 minutes in, so like we got a lot of characters to go through. We're not gonna do the side characters. I'm not worried about that. Oh, whoops, I forgot. We gotta go back to profile. Okay. So Minato is Yuichiro Umehara, which we have heard a million times because he's Pashalia and Radiant Tail. Benkei and Beerusana. He's Kenas in Cafe Enchanté. He is in Jackgene as well. He's Demento in Period Cube, if you remember 500 years ago. He was Sage in Nekopara Catboy's Paradise. Every time Nekopara comes up, I just think that's the funniest thing, because I'm like, man, that was fun and ridiculous. So there you go. He's been in like fucking almost everything we've played. He's been around a lot, anyway. Not as frequent as Nobuhiko Okamoto, who's not in this one, surprisingly, because that man's in fucking everything, but this guy gets around too.
港浩平です。年は25で、身長は183。4月7日生まれの A 型で、エスタリオのエスター誌企画編集部に所属してます。
And it's still funny because I do remember Pashalian having a voice that's deeper than I expected, and it's still one of those like, then when he talks, you're like, yeah, nope, it's still bizarre. I don't know if he did, can't remember the exact voice he put on for Pashalia, but it's like, no, it's so much deeper. It's still so much deeper than you expect. Oh, right. I'm going to forget how to use the controls on this.
小説はよく読みます。ジャンルは割と雑多ですね。最近見たホラー映画が面白かったので、次はそれの原作を読もうと思ってます。
It's probably a little deeper than I would have expected from Minato, but I do like it. I mean, the man's got a good voice. Let's be real. Like, no matter what he fucking voices, he could voice a trash can, and I'd be like, sold. But, like, I think it kind of works because it's not like, I am trying to be sexy. It just is. It just is kind of a sexy deep voice, you know what I mean? Like, on its own. But it also kind of has, like, a little bit of the attitude I expect from Minato. Like, yeah, whatever, like, I'm kind of over this. Like, I'm just here, I'm a little bit bored. And you're like, you're bored, but it's so hot when you're bored.
裁縫はそれなりにできますよ。弟たちの体操着袋とか、手提げとか作れるくらいには。でも別に、裁縫が好きとかではないんで、あいつらが学校の授業で習うようになったら、自分でやらせるつもりです。
It definitely is a little bit deeper, I think, than I expected, though.
強いて言うなら、オムライスかな。理由？昔、父親が気まぐれで作ってくれて、大して美味しくもなかったですけど、なんとなく印象に残ってるのかもしれないです。パクチーが嫌いです。匂いも味も耐えられないです。料理に入ってたら、もう全体がパクチーの味になりますよね。入れる意味がわからないです。
I'm pretty sure we heard that because I was thinking the same thing last time as this one, as soap gene.
飲めるし、多分それなりに強いです。でも、自分で買うことは少ないですね。種類にこだわりはないですけど、甘いのは飲まないかな。たまにですけど、なんとなくそういう気分の時に吸うこともあります。家では弟たちもいるんで、吸う時はどっか適当な喫煙所でですね。
No, I don't remember because I don't remember him saying he smokes occasionally. To be fair, we played his route so early, I don't remember anything.
それじゃあ、
That's not true.
俺はもう行くから。おやすみ。何？そんな顔して引き止めて。黙ってたらわからないだろ。あんたは俺にどうしてほしいの？何その殺し文句。いいよ。じゃあ今日は朝まであんたと一緒にいるから。
I'm sorry, I don't think we need to play a sexy time CG sound. That was enough. First of all, everything you say comes out sounding like sexy time. Second of all, that? Jesus. What the fuck, sir? Damn. Holy hell. Let's see. We got a lot of different... I mean, there's the kissy times. There's that, like... Oh, this was, like... Definitely something. This is in bed, alright.
それ本気で言ってる？この状況でもさっきと同じことを言えんの？
I mean, seriously, you could have been the biggest douche. I mean, I feel like he wasn't one of my favorites. The rat wasn't bad, and he's not bad at all. But when you talk to me, I think that gives you extra points. They picked a voice for you that you were like, okay, yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with him. He's fine. The rat's fine. And then you hear him speak, and you're like, you know, it does make you better.
俺がねだったら何でもさせてくれるってこと？あんたがピーピー泣くようなひどいことするかもしれないのに。
I mean, you could just talk to me and that works. The music's not picking back up. So it's not helpful.
あんたってほんとバカ。
There might not be music in the scene. In the background. So it's not helping.
俺のせいにしていいから。
You don't even need to do anything to me. I'm gonna fall on the fucking floor just from you saying words. His voice is definitely low and husky. Yeah. I mean, the CG was one of his best.
声かすれてる。口開けて。いいから言うこと聞いて。無理やり開けられたいならそれでもいいけど。どうする？
This is one of those games where you're like, we should have played with the voice acting on because it would have made him like 10 times hotter.
いい子。
I mean, I do remember the scene and being like, where did this come from, sir? But if you'd been talking to me in this voice the whole time, I would have expected this. I think it was a better shock to like not be like, oh, look at you, you kinky bastard. And now it's like, yeah, no, uh-huh, sold.
ほら、もう一回。さっきこぼしてた分。嫌じゃない。早く。
Except for the feeding me water like this is so gross, but, you know, whatever. Oh, I skipped that by accident, sorry.
こら、逃げんな。何されても嫌じゃないって自分で言ったんだろ。泣くようなこともするかもしれないって。俺はちゃんと言った。
I'm sure he did more than make us squirm.
でも、それを受け入れたのはあんただ。だから何言われてもやめない。やだも無理も全部無駄だから。
I'm sorry, I blacked out. You're sweet Jesus.
なんで口塞いでんの？何言われても聞かないとは言ったけど、声出さなくていいとは言ってない。
All that's gonna come out of me is like a very weird squeaking noise. Okay.
うん。なんかこれ、やらしい。
Okay, we have to leave or I'm gonna die. Just, this that sometimes, like, yes, absolutely. Play these games on your own. Absolutely. And then come here, watch my reactions, and then whatever, but like, but the voice acting is proof that you should actually be buying these games and playing it yourself, because, like, Jesus Christ, you miss a lot when you listen to me. But, you know, I know, there's a bazillion games out there, and it's hard to know, like, but that's also why I do this, too, because when we play them together, it's fun. I would never be able to get through a backlog if I wasn't playing these games for a reason. Like, you know what I mean? I'd play a game and they'd be like, oh yeah, I was playing a game. It's been almost like, I don't know how long since I started Baldur's Gate 3 and I haven't finished. You know what I'm saying? I am lucky that I am barreling through Bustafellows again because I want to play the second one. We cannot play it here, you guys. I know. Somebody did ask in the poll and I was like, can't play it. We can play a portion of it, but it's not worth it. So, like, I mean, but I'm also not ready because I have to finish the first game because I'm like, I remember what happened. But, you know, I don't know, I lost my train of thought. But it's like one of those, like, I'll forget and be like, oh yeah, I have a stack of like 3 or 4 games over there that, like, we can't play that, like, I've been sitting here on, like, forever that I could have been playing, but I don't really think about it. So, like, this is how I get through so many, as I play them with you guys. So anyway, Boss Babe. Boss Babe is Kazuyuki Okitsu. He was Onko in Virtue. Oh my god. Really? Okay, so he's Onko in Virtue. He's Tsukuyomi in Olympia Soiree. Is Epilogy or Epilogy, however we're supposed to pronounce that, in Café Enchanté. Everybody in this is in Café Enchanté. That's, you know, he was also in Jack Jean. Also, okay, so I did not realize the overlap between Jack Jean and Café Enchanté was so motherfucking big. Ray and Ephemeral, that is an old one. We did play that forever ago. Oh my. He also is an Iris School of Wizardry, which we do have and we have never played yet. You are Kyrie in Oz Mafia. You know what? There is a reason why I loved you, apparently. Because I know we couldn't play Oz Mafia because they were like, no, you can't record that one. And I never fully finished it, but Kyrie was one of my favorites. Because I was like, look at you in your motherfucking hat, you son of a bitch. And now you... And then you just have this... Okay. All right. You know, sometimes... Anyway.
小橋洋二、31歳だ。誕生日は10月29日。身長は177センチで、血液型は O 型。エスター市企画編集部で部長をやってる。
Yeah. That's what I expect of you, boss babe.
趣味かは知らんが、テレビはよく見る。お笑いとかドラマが中心だな。なんだ、意外か。俺だってテレビ見て泣いたり笑ったりすることはあるぞ。
It's very, he sounds very stern and like you'd be like, he's gonna yell at me.
キックボクシング。
I'll take it.
小4から中2まで習ってたんだ。今もたまにジムに行ってやってる。ストレス解消にもなるしな。
I know another good way to relieve stress, boss babe.
丼物なら何でも好きだ。手早く食べられるし、腹にもたまる。一番よく食べるのは牛丼だな。
No, it's perfect, because it is absolutely, he walks in and talks like that, and you're like, he's mad. Is he mad? He sounds mad. He just sounds disappointed in you already. I love it.
特にない。ガキの頃、好き嫌いしないように、親から散々しつけられたからな。
Also, Onko and Tsukuyomi, I think we knew that they overlapped, but I just forget these things, and then you're also our boss, but you know what? Sir, you should not have this much power.
毎日とまではいかないが、それなりに飲むな。弱くはないはずなんだが、どうも同行して飲むと、性格が変わるらしい。エスタリオに就職した時に辞めるつもりだったんだがな。結局、今でもたまに吸ってる。一応辞めたいとは思ってるんだぞ。本当についてないな。休日出勤でお前とのデートを潰されるなんて。まあ、お前にネクタイを締めてもらうのも悪くはないが。終わったか。 じゃあ俺はもう行くから。と、その前に。じゃあな、行ってきます。いい子で待ってろよ。
I cannot wait to find out what you did in sexy time scenes, sir. Where we have several of these to go through. Do we just this one, or do we go the couch route? Let's go the couch route when he shoves us down.
な、
The end.
ずいぶん待たせちまったけど、これだけはちゃんと言わせてほしい。
It's so funny because in the other one it's just very much like, yes, I have a very commanding voice, and now it's like, oh, look, it's so much softer.
俺はこんなんだから、またいつ迷惑をかけるかわからないが、
But still commanding.
何があっても、お前を離さない。絶対に守ってやるから。これからもずっと、俺のそばにいてくれるか？お前ってやつは、どうしてそんなに可愛いんだ。お前には優しくしてやりたいと思ってる。だけどな。
You know, you could say these without a voice, and I was still fawning over it, but it helps when you say the words out loud.
そんな俺の理性をお前が吹き飛ばすから、手加減ができなくなる。ここも、ここも。お前の体は全部柔らかくて熱いな。これは俺を求めて熱くなってるんだろう。期待には応えないとな。
So many things to say, but I can't. Because I'm too busy trying not to be neon red. Her heart spiked, mine stopped. Put the glasses back on.
顔はこっちに寄せろ。そうだ。まだ足りないだろう。次は。お前は本当に俺を煽るのがうまいな。
I'm only silent because I'm dead on the floor, by the way.
泣いても止めてやれないからな。愛してる。
Sweet Jesus, we have to go before I die. Spacey's dead. Plus, we're taking way too long on these, but that's okay. Well, wait a minute. Oh, Tanaka's after. They're switched in the thing. So, Rokuro Yoshioka, Seiichiro Yamashita, he was Yoichi in Winter's Wish. We're playing that right now in tandem, so this man's in both our games. And he's Hugo in Verche. Well, it's really funny because Hugo is in both Verche games, but she only has this as Verche Evermore Error Salvation. That's the first one, right? So, like, It's just weird because for Kabase, when she put Onko, she just put Virtue Evermore, and this one it's Error Salvation. But like, maybe because this man doesn't have as many credits to his name on the things. Oh wait, we gotta go back to his thing. Nope. Yeah, no, shh. I forgot we're going here first. Okay. Anyway. So, Yoichi and Hugo.
吉岡六郎、28歳。6月23日生まれの大型で、身長は180センチ。テンプスティの企画制作部で部長を務めているよ。
It's interesting because we have not had the voice acting, so I don't know what he's doing for Yoichi, and now I'm picturing Yoichi in my head, and I'm like, huh, is this really the voice you're gonna put on? It doesn't seem right. I don't hate it. No, I like it. I mean, and I think it works for Yoshioka, but like, I'm like, huh, I'm trying to picture this as Yoichi now, and it's so weird. It's not that it doesn't work, it's just weird, you know what I mean? Because you, at the end, you're like, yeah, okay, but when you're in the middle of a game, and then you hear the real voice compared to the one you've given them, you're like, it's so weird.
カードゲームとゴルフはよくやるかな。ゴルフは最初接待のために始めて、思いのほか楽しかったから、それからずっと続けているんだ。カードゲームは最近はあまりしていないんだけど、昔はよく弟とババ抜きとかポーカーで遊んだよ。
Also because I think he just sounds a little more excitable, and Yoichi is very much like a kind of aloof, like, whatever. Fine kind of character, so he just sounds like, yeah, I got a little more energy than what you expect. I know I should be thinking of it in the context of this game, but I can't help it.
乗馬かな。昔からやっているし。地味に見えるかもしれないけれど、案外馬と仲良くなるのって難しいんだよ。いつか君に俺のパートナーを紹介したいな。エビのビスクって美味しいよね。え、あんまり食べない？じゃあ今度食事に行った時に頼んでみようか。なめこかな。あの食感と風味がどうにも苦手で。でも両親が和食好きだから、たまに食卓に上るんだよね。今はそこまでじゃないけど、昔は息を止めて一気に流し込んでいたな。
I don't know what namako is.
それなりに飲むと思うよ。
What do you guys
付き合いもあるしね。強いかどうかはよくわからないけど、酔いが顔に出ないとは言われるかも。
I could look it up, but my phone's on the floor and the bird's comfortable and I don't want to disrupt him, so you were already a little behind, so.
匂いとかも苦手だし、俺は全く吸わないかな。だけど上司や仕事相手が吸っていることもあるから、そういう時は失礼のないように我慢してるよ。
This makes absolute sense for him, 100%. Also, you know what I realized too? He just speaks and he speaks really, and he has a very he speaks fast. He has a very like upbeat, perky like tempo. You know what I mean? And he's like he's happy and he's really excited, and then he's speaking kind of fast, which I find very interesting. Because you'd think, oh, he's the prince, and he should be speaking eloquently, and like, oh, yes, but instead it's like, okay, yeah, no, I'm really excited. Like, not too excitable, like Labradoodle excitable, but there's an excitableness to his voice that I like, that little twist to it, you know what I mean? That, like, because when you get excited about stuff, you tend to talk faster, you know what I mean? And you feel like with Yoshioka being the prince character that, oh, I'm going to speak a little more calmly and eloquently. And instead he's like, oh my god, you know what? And it's like, you know, it's actually kind of cute. I like it.
はい、君にプレゼント。以前のリップも素敵だったけど、この色も君に似合うかなって。今塗ってみて。うん、やっぱりよく似合う。ねえ、女性にリップをプレゼントする意味知ってる？じゃあ教えてあげるね。わかった？これをつけて俺にたくさんキスしてほしいな。
That's kind of adorable as shit. Okay. Okay, well, wait a minute for a second. That one was good. Then there's the after. Let's go for like the Oh god, I forgot about the little purple. Did he get extra CGs? I feel like you got extra CGs, sir.
そんなに緊張しないで。こっちにおいで。
He does seem
今
so
日
much.
は話してあげられないけど、それでもいい？ありがとう。
He definitely seems perkier vocally than I expected.
口開けてくれる？うん、いい子だね。よくできました。
It's good when he puts on the sexy tones.
うん、上手。ねえ、キスは好き？
Oh, we have questions. Of course we like kiss. I didn't realize or whatever.
俺もキスをするのは好きだよ。口づけるたび、君が一生懸命に答えてくれるのが可愛い。好きなら、もっといっぱいキスしようか。唇だけじゃなく、他の場所にもしていい？俺の好きにしていいって。殺し文句だな、それ。それじゃあ、お言葉に甘えて。離れた時はとても悲しかったけど、君とこうして結ばれた幸せを考えると、お釣りが来るね。真っ赤になった。ここ、弱いのかな。かわいい。もっと俺に、君を教えて。
Okay, that one was a little bit shorter, but that's okay. I actually, again, I like the fact that, like, instead of having a very, like, oh, here we go, hoity-toity, like, seems, like, a little more excitable when he's talking about stuff, like, yeah, no, I like this stuff, and, like, whatever, and it's, like, you got a little faster lilt to your voice, and a little more excitable than you would think, being, like, your breeding and pedigree, and whatever, and I like that. And then, even when you're, like, in those romantic scenes, it's not, oh, then I get super, it's, like, there's a little bit, his voice gets a little huskier, but it's just a slight difference. But I don't know, but it's enough, you know what I mean? You're like, no, okay, I like the sexiness in your voice. But it's still, like, you still have that little perky excitableness. Like, I don't know. It was good. I like it. It's not, again, like I said, it's not what I expected, but it's not completely unexpected. It's not like the tone of his voice or the voice actor didn't fit the part. I think he did absolutely. I just think, like I said, I think, you know, I'm expecting you to be like this, and then you're like this, and then you're like excitable, and you know what I mean? Like, I like that little differentiation, that slight thing that feels unexpected for him. It was good. Anyway, Nori is Ken. Ken's been in everything. He's Limbo and Bustafellows. He's Shelby and Cupid Parasite. And he's Yukimaro and Nine Rip. He's been in a million other things. Those are the only 3 listed here, but we know he's been in everything. You know the man. The man's been around.
はい中のり、22歳です。誕生日は5月30日で、血液型は B 型。身長は175センチかな。え、仕事？なんて言ったらいいんだろう。家事手伝い？自宅警備員？まあ、とにかくそんな感じ。
I mean, I think that's kind of what I expect. Nuri's gonna have a cuter, sassier kind of
家
voice.
でダラダラするのが好き。え、それは趣味じゃない？じゃあ、君とくっつくのとか。それも違う。趣味って難しいね。
It's so funny because this I feel like is more like the Yukimaro kind of voice. Like he had a cuter kind of thing because like playing Bustafellows right now. And they're like, I mean, he's still got the same like underlying tone. But like this is like a cuter version. And then there's Limbo who doesn't have the cuteness. And it's just kind of funny because you're like, if you whipped out this voice for Limbo, it would have been like, what the fuck? Because this is not, you know what I mean? Again, this is why they get paid the big bucks, because you can kind of hear the same, like, there's still like, and I don't want to say like I'm going to say the whine in the voice, but it's real, but that sounds like a negative. But you know what I mean? There's like talking normally, and then there's like, you know, when you get a little bit of like, it's not a rasp, it's like, the whine is the best thing I can say. And I'm not trying to sound negative when I say that, but you can hear it in his voice. And then he's doing it like super cutesy. Like he still has that kind of whatever in his voice when he speaks normally, when he's doing Limbo, you know? Like there's still something in that, but it's not nearly as like, this is a little higher pitched and cutesy.
料理かな。君のおかげでそう言えるようになったんだ。食べたいものがあったら何でも言ってね。とびきり美味しいのを作るから。
Is it a little cuter than I would expect from Nori? Yeah, but also like it's there, so it's kind of what I expect.
ナポリタンかな。砂糖とバターを入れるともっと美味しくなるのを知ってた？今度食べさせてあげるね。
And you kind of expected something like this from Nori, where it's like super cutesy, because like, you know, he's like, hey, I'm adorable, hey, you know, instead of like, hey, how you doing, baby? Can I stay at your house? He's more like, look, I'm totally innocent and adorable, like a little kitten, you should take me home.
ホワイトアスパラが苦手なんだよね。生のっていうより缶詰の。別にそこまで食べる機会もないけど、ぐにゃーっとしてて水っぽいからあんまり美味しいとは思わないな。
Okay, my guide is being a pain in the motherfucking ass. I'm just trying to scroll up, and it's like enlarging.
君の家に来てからはあんまり飲んでないけど、お酒は好きだよ。でも日本酒とか焼酎とかはまだ苦手だから、早く美味しさがわかるようになりたいな。俺は吸ったことないな。でも嫌悪感とかはないから、目の前に吸ってる人がいても全然平気だよ。ねえ、こっち来て。君のことをギュッてさせて。幸せだな。ずっとこうしてたい。え？これだけでいいのって。もうそんな可愛いこと言ってどうなっても知らないから。じゃあリクエストにお答えして。今さら逃げようとしてもダメ。話してあげないから覚悟しててね。
Okay, let's see. It's okay, we only have 3. Oh, we should do the one where he has a nightmare. Although, him being adorable crawling in our bed, but the nightmare one, because this was like he was a little drunk and whatever. This would be interesting. Okay. When his guard's down a little.
ごめんなさい。
He's also crying. Aw.
やり押すから。どこ行くの？そばにいて。一人はやだ。俺いい子だったでしょ。
It's kind of adorable when he's being like a little sad. When he's sad. Stop it.
一緒にいて。手溶けて。俺のこと拒絶しないで。 お願い。助けて。君の熱で。忘れさせて。
That one was extremely short. So we'll go and do a little bit of like... Well, this one's after the fact. After a long enchanting night.
おはよう。顔真っ赤。かわいい。はは、バレた？なんか、君とずっとくっついてたいなーって。
And he's just being adorable as fuck.
ねえ、そうしよう。まだ緊張してるの？もう何回もしてるでしょ。ねえ、次はどこにキスしてほしい？目そらしちゃダメ。ちゃんと俺のこと見て。本当にわからないの？昨日あんなにたくさんしたのに、どこにキスされるのが好きか思い出せない？
So it's like interesting because like, you know, he's got the super cutesy as like Nori, which I could see after a while could get like slightly irritating. I hate saying that so much because it's like overly cutesy, you know what I mean? But then you have moments like this where then he's like putting the deeperness into it and you're like, okay, but it's still so different because it's very much like, this is what I'm talking about, why they get paid the big bucks, because it's very different from like Limbo and Bustafellas. Very motherfucking different. But it's not even like, oh, okay, I can hear, you know, oh, now you're putting the Limbo effect. No, this is Nori just getting a little sultrier, you know? And it's like, I don't know how you just flip personalities like that, because like, Jesus, how do you do this shit? How are you like, this is the character's the voice I'm doing, and I know how to do this voice and do it in every... I can't even do my own voice in that many fucking ranges. What the shit?
そっか。じゃあ、しょうがないから。
You know what I mean? Like,
思い出せるまで、またたくさんするしかないよね。
Sir. And I do like that. Like, I mean, it's still got the cutesiness to it, and it's still got that, like, what I'm calling the wine, but I know it's not really a wine, but you know what I mean? There's something that, like, I think after a while, like, but it's not... I just don't know what else to call it, but you know what I'm talking about. You can hear it. There's a normal voice, and then there's, like, there's something else, like, deeper in your throat that's... It's not even a rasp. Because it's... Like, there's raspy voices, and then there's, like, cutesy raspy voices, I guess, and that's... The whine is the best thing I can think about it, because you could easily do and get very annoying with that, you know? But... I don't know, and then I say whine, and it just sounds really fucking negative, and that's not what I mean. But anyway, oh, dear God, I keep going back too far. It's just really interesting hearing him when you're playing two different games and you're like, because when you've played one in the past, you're like, okay, like for me now, like looking back, I'm like, I can't remember what Shelby in Cupid Parasite sounded like, even though we played both games, you know what I mean? And we listened to the voice acting, but I didn't play the whole game with the voice acting on, so I can't remember. So when you're listening, you're like, I know he didn't sound like this, but you're also like, but, like, Shelby also doesn't seem like a character that should even have that little raspy wineness, you know? It almost seems odd for Limbo, but when you hear him doing Limbo, you're like, okay, yeah, okay, I can see it. So, like, but now playing Bustafellas at the same time doing this, I'm like, it's like two different people. Like, you know? There's a similar, like, the whine tone is similar. You know, you're like, okay. So, like, it's not me being, like, totally unbelievable it's the same person. Like, okay, yeah, but it's like, but the voice you're putting on for Nori and the voice you're doing over here are totally different, and it's like, what the fuck? But I do feel like the Nori voice is similar to Yukimaro, if I can remember from Like, you know what I mean? Like, you'd be like, yeah, okay, I hear that, you know? But anyway, Sui hasn't really been in, this is Yuya Uchida. He has not been in any other, he's been in anime and stuff like that, but no other games that we've played, so interesting. He's been in Bungo Stray Dogs, he's Arthur, and he is Totsuka in Kamigami no Asobi, and that is a game, but they will not localize that, and they really fucking should. But the anime's great. I'm pretty sure every time somebody's come up, I've been like, go fucking watch that. At least some of these I don't think are games. At least not ones I've heard of. But anyway.
臼井修也45歳です。10月2日生まれの A 型で、身長は177センチ。エバーグリーンというバーを経営しています。
Okay. Okay.
これといって特にないかもしれません。休日も店の買い出しなどで大抵潰れてしまいますし、もしあなたが良ければ、僕の趣味探しに付き合ってくれませんか？
Oh, sir,
マ
I'll
ジ
be
ッ
your
クを
hobby.
少したしなみます。基本はトランプやコインを使ったものなので、たまにお客様にお見せすることもありますね。そばですね。特に10割そばが好きです。大抵行きつけの店で食べるんですが、たまに無償に立ち食いそばも食べたくなるんですよ。
You know, just in that one, when you got a little excited, you're like, oh, that's adorable. Shut up.
パイナップルでしょうか。子供の頃に食べて、口の中がピリピリしたのが嫌で、それからなんとなく食わず嫌いになってしまいました。
I feel like if your mouth is tingling from pineapple, it means you're allergic to it.
もちろん飲みますよ。バーのマスターですから。でも実は、あまり強くはないんです。かっこ悪いので、他の方には秘密にしてくださいね。
Why are these making him so adorable? Every one of these is like, some of the other ones you're like, okay, and these ones you're like, you're adorable, stop it.
昔、会社勤めをしていた頃は吸っていました。でも、今はもう吸わないですね。さすがに健康的な面も気になりますし。
I actually like this voice for him. It's not what I expected. I kind of expected a little bit like deeper, like fucking velvet and whiskey. You're like, yeah. Okay, you know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? You know the voice in your head that you think of when you, like... But... And this one's a little, like, again, perkier, I guess, than what I was thinking. But, like, I like it. Because, again, it's one of those you're like, you know, it's not exactly what I was expecting, but, like, there's a softerness to it. You know? And you're like, aw, you're kind of adorable. Like...
あ、すみません。なんだかあなたとこうして過ごせるのがまだ信じられなくて、ついじっと見てしまって。あなたがここにいるって実感させてくれますか？よかった。ちゃんと触れられた。これからは何度でもキスができるのかと思うと、とても嬉しいです。
No, but you got the sexy purr down. That works. Yeah. It's definitely a different from what I was expecting from him, but I'm here for it. Oh, shower scene? Absolutely fucking shower scene. The more I see of the CG, the better. Hold on. Okay, there's no sound in the background, so I don't know since I had to stop the recording and go check my door. Hopefully it doesn't start getting janky, but if it does, we'll stop, because I notice when it gets janky, the voices get janky too. No, but I had to check the door because, like, the bird freaked out, and I was like, what the fuck? I was expecting packages, but sometimes it's the post office, and that's fine. But it was my chocolate. I know, I ordered candy. It's just, I order it in bulk now because, like, otherwise I can only get it if I get stuff from Whole Foods, which I don't usually get very often because it's expensive and, like, it's one of those, like, there's certain things that I do like from them, but I'll stock up. I forgot to get a bread loaf, didn't I? Oh. I did just order stuff from Whole Foods, but, like, but anyway, they have these dark chocolate peanut butter cups that are so fucking good that I'm like, I just want them in my pantry at all times. So, like, they've been out of stock, out of stock, out of stock. And then they were ridiculously expensive, so I finally found them, like, less expensive finally. And I was like, yes, okay, cool. So, but it's because it's 7,000 degrees. I'm not leaving them sit on my porch because the person who's the seller that I got them from packs them and even put them in a little, like, not a metal bag, but one of like full, like tinfoil kind of a bag thingy, whatever, and then put little ice packs in there to get. They're all like already like the ice packs are melted. I'm like, the chocolate's fine, but I was like, if that sat on my patio for 15 minutes, it'd have been fucking soup, and like that's not what I'm looking forward to. So, anyway, that's my long ass story. So let's listen to this man while he takes a shower. Music sounds fine. The sexy jazz riffs.
なんだか緊張しますね。
I forgot how loud I had the sound up to test if the music was good. Damn. I thought that was my bird squeaking. Oh my god.
よろしくお願いします。 大丈夫ですよ。
I love his little laugh.
こうしてもらっていると、不思議と心が安らぎますね。
No, it's funny because it's definitely different. Like them reading and just doing their everyday stuff is one thing, but like in the game like this, there's something slightly different. You know what I mean? But like, and maybe it's, I don't know, but I like it. I'm here for it. It could also just be the man's naked in the shower and I'm here for that too. So whatevs.
あなただからでしょうか。
Oh. Sir, that whisper. Son of a bitch.
いや、なんでもありません。気にしないでください。
That one was like super fucking short. All right. Oh god, when he acts yeah, no, sexy scenes. Okay, hold on. The sexy time. After the shower.
ありがとうございました。あなたも少し濡れてしまっていますね。こっちに来てください。タオルで拭きましょう。
Him just being sweet and adorable. You know what I think it is that I like too about the voice? It's very, I don't want to say nondescript. You know what I mean? It's not that. There's some that they have like it's like super sex appeal voice. Like the smoky jazz bar like the smoke and whiskey and the velvet and whatever. That. The voice that you expect to come out of him that's going to be all super sexy where you're like, yes. You know what I mean? And he just has it's just a very normal voice. It's just very normal. And there's nothing wrong with that. I like it because you're like, if he had like the sexiest voice ever, right? You'd be like, oh my god, on the floor. But I like the fact that you walk in and you see this man and you're like, I'm going to be on the fucking floor. And then he doesn't have the sexiest voice ever. He just has a very normal voice. There's nothing wrong with it. It's still a good voice. You know what I mean? But it's like, it's not like number one sexiest voice ever. It's not Junichi Suabe talking to you kind of sexy voice. It's not Daisuke Onna. It's not Jun Fukuyama talking to me in any fucking voice he could talk to me in voice. That's just very personal to me. But we can all agree, or I'm sorry, it's not Minato talking to you over here in that voice where you're like, excuse me? The fuck did you get that from? You know what I mean? Where you're like, oh, shit. You could read me the Bible and I'd fucking convert or some shit. I don't even know. You know what I mean? It's not that. It's just a very normal, nice voice. And that there's something about that just you're like you walk into the bar, you're like, this man is so fucking fine. And then he talks in a normal voice and you're like, okay. And you're like, all right. Yeah, okay. Kind of puts you at ease, and then you just forget, and all of a sudden you're like, no, this man's hot as shit. It takes you by surprise. Like, it almost puts you in this sense of comfort and ease. Like, oh, okay. Yeah. And then he looks at your eye. You're like, oh, I forgot how sexy you were for a second. It disarms you. That's what it is. That's what it is. And I know what I like that. Because if he was just sex appeal standing there and sex appeal every time he opened his mouth, I don't think we could handle it. I'd short circuit. But I like that he has a very, the voice is nice and beautiful anyway, but it's not super sexy. So you know when he turns it on, it's going to be super sexy, and it's going to be like, oh, son of a bitch. I like it. See, I swear they think of this shit when they do it. They're like, wait. No, we want a good voice, but not super, super sexy. We want a man that's got a good voice, but that can turn on the sex when we need to, because then people will be totally fucking disarmed, and they'll be like, I walked in, I saw this man, he spoke normal, I was pretty much at ease. Oh, he's just a cool bar owner. Yeah, okay, I can talk to this guy. It's chill. It's easy. And then he turns on the sex appeal, and then you're on the floor again. That shit. Because this is what's going to happen.
危ない。すみません。
You know what I mean? Because when he gets a little softer, ooh.
あなたに魅力がないだなんて思ったことはありませんよ。
So, it's still good. You know what I mean? But it's not like he walks in and he talks like this. He's just walking in and he's talking normal. And you're like, okay, you put me at ease. I'm comfortable. We're friends. And then you turn on this little sultry, and then it's like, oh, wait. No, I'm done for again.
あなたは素敵な女性です。僕にはもったいないほどの。一体何を。どうしてこんな。
Between kisses was good.
あなたは無防備すぎる。これに懲りたら不用意に気を持たせるような発言は慎んでください。男は単純な生き物です。簡単に女性から好意を持たれていると勘違いしてしまいます。好きでもない男性に隙を見せたり距離を詰めたりしてはいけません。気軽に触れさせるのもダメです。いいですね。
And it's kind of nice when he gets a little stern, but it's not like, I'm getting stern. It's like, I'm being stern, and you're like, it's sexy, but it's not super sex appeal. You know what I mean? You get it. You know what I'm talking about. We'll pick all the right answers. I think the music's getting janky. So far, the voice is on 5.
待って。これ以上煽られると歯止めが効かなくなりそうだ。
See? And then he turns that on, and it's like, what the fuck? It's perfect.
今ならまだ引き返せますよ。どうしますか？わかりました。どうしてほしいですか？僕としたいことを教えてください。この一夜限り、僕はあなたの願いを何でも叶えます。
And then he does that voice, and that voice has a smoky rasp to it. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like the normal voice is just so disarming and gentle and so, and you're like, okay, yeah, great, this is nice. And then he does this, and you're like, what the fuck? Okay, yeah, all right.
全部ですか。それはまた随分と はしたないお願いですね。いえ、悪くない。まずは、口づけから始めましょうか。
You know what I mean? Okay, we've had enough here. Also the music's getting janky, so I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna be back right in 2 seconds. You're not gonna know, but I gotta fix this because it's like, yeah, I hate it because like I sit there and I listen, but sometimes it like the first like 10, 20, you're like, okay. And then you start recording and then it's not till like 30 or 40 seconds in that it starts getting like not right. And it's like not totally janky, it's just a little bit, but okay, I think it's okay. I've been letting it run for like 40 seconds because like it's just, I don't know, this freaking recording software and my capture card hate each other and it's like making my life suck. But anyway, so it's time for Yofi! Oh, this part is going on way longer than I expected, but whatever, it's fine. Whatever! Yofi is Soma Saito. You've heard him in a million things too. He's Eve in Virtue Evermore, Akase in Charade Maniacs, Mineo in Color X Malice, Shungin in Birushana. Again, Birushana keeps coming up in this too. He's Kikunosuke in Tengoku Struggle, Otaro in Winter's Wish, and Takuma in Kitty Love. Did we play? We did play Kitty Love a long time ago. So this man's been around in everything. I mean, his name is not unfamiliar to us.
吉岡そう。フリーでプログラマーやってて、仕事の時はヨフィって名前使ってる。年は19で、誕生日は1月9日。身長は170、血液型は A。以上。
And you just heard the glitch in his fucking voice when he was talking? This has been running for almost 2 fucking minutes. And it's now getting... Okay. Hopefully that was it. If it gets janky again, I'll stop and re-fucking do it. But like, holy hell. If only my package hadn't come at the time it did, so we wouldn't have to deal with this.
強いて言うならゲーム。アクション、RPG、ノベルゲーム。割と何でもやるかな。
Okay. Alright, so I think it's okay now. Jesus fucking Christ. So, we'll just replay this one again. The first one, there was a little bit of a... You're just gonna have to deal with it, but...
強いて言うならゲーム。アクション、RPG、ノベルゲーム。割と何でもやるかな。
Okay, there you go. So now it seems better, and hopefully it stays this way, because I can't keep stopping and recording, and I'm gonna have to edit 15 parts together. I already have, like, now this is the 4th one.
特技。プログラミング抜いたら、これもゲームかな。ネットに上がってる RTA の記録抜けたときは、結構嬉しいかも。オニオングラタンスープ。あったかくてふわふわでトロトロで美味しいから好き。
Okay.
ピーマン、ゴーヤ、春菊、パセリ。とにかく苦い野菜は全部無理。みんな、あんなまずいものよく食べられるよね。
But anyway, no, this is exactly... I'm like, this works for Yofi. I think this is kind of... I don't know what I expected. But, like, this is... But this... Yeah. Yeah. It's one of those, like, did I have an expectation? I don't know, but I feel like this would have met it. Yes, because it's like... He absolutely sounds like a shut-in. Like, gamer programmer. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm, like, talking a little more quiet and a little awkwardly, but then he's got that little rasp in his voice. Like, yeah.
しない。っていうかできない。あ、でもカルーアミルクってやつは飲んでみたいかも。前に君が甘くて美味しいって言ってたから。
I also am curious to see the difference between, for those that are like watching in tandem with him and Otaro, because right now, as I'm recording this, I'm playing Otaro's route. So, but Otaro is, again, a vastly different character. So it's the same thing with Yoichi, right? Like, Yoshioka... You know what's really funny, though? Yoshioka and Yofi are siblings, and they were both voices in Winter's Wish. Interesting. It's just a weird thing. But like Yoshioka coming across like, oh, I've got a kind of excitable voice, doesn't seem very Yoichi-like, because Yoichi's not as excitable. And Otaro just seems like a really out there, and then Yofi's like very like, no, I'm just like, yeah, okay, cool. Like he's very chill and quiet, and like, so like, it's just gonna be interesting.
これもできない。タバコの匂いって好きじゃないから、20歳になっても吸わないと思う。君さ、僕の彼女だって自覚、ちゃんとある？デート中に目を離した僕も悪いけど、ほいほい他の男に話しかけられないでよ。ダメ、許さない。けど、キスしてくれたら考えてあげてもいい。は？にやけてないから。そんなことより、今のじゃ全然足りない。だからほら、もう一回。
Okay. Do. Let's see. We got the angry forced kiss. Which one was this one? Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
何？どうしたの？ああ、なるほどね。
But there's something in his voice, like the little like. Again, he's got the little like raspiness, but it's like the spunky raspiness. You know what I mean? Like there's like the sexy, smoky raspy, and then there's like the spunky raspy. Guys, I gotta learn words for things. But you get what I'm saying when you hear him talk. You're like, yeah, okay. He doesn't just have like a soft or delicate voice. There's a little rasp to it, but it's a spunky rasp, not like a smoky jazz bar rasp. Like what Usui did in his sexy time when he gets that raspiness, and you're like, no, but that's like sexy, smoky, and this is like spunky rasp. You know, there's a difference. You know, you can tell you know what I'm talking about. At any rate, and I can see that in some of the other characters that he's played because they're like generally, except for Eve for some reason. Now I can't remember the voice he did for that, but. Or Akaze in Charade Maniacs. No, maybe. No. Akaze in Charade Maniacs. Now I can't picture that at all. I'm trying to, but I can see Shungen. I'm kind of can see possibly where you'd go with Otaro. You know what I mean? Although now with Charade Maniacs, now for some reason I can't think of Akaze for some reason in my brain.
期待しちゃったんだ。
My brain keeps wanting to think of Akaza in Olympia Soiree for some reason. Like, I don't know why. And I'm like, that's not right. 2 different games, 2 different people, 2 different names, but...
キスしていい？
This was one of his best CGs, to be fair.
あんま可愛いこと言わないで。どうなっても知らないから。
You know, when he gets sexy like this, it's much better. Kind of skipped his panting, but sorry.
こら。ダメだよ。ちゃんと見てて。目閉じたら、お仕置きだからね。何想像してるの？スケベ。そうだな。これはさっきの分。ダメ。嫌なら目閉じなきゃいいだけでしょ？まあ、せいぜい頑張って。ほら、口開けて。やらしい顔。
So are your words, sir.
気に入らない。目の前に僕がいるのに。 そんなのより、僕のことギュッてしてよ。あったかい。
I mean, to be fair, all of them do really good, like, sexy time voices. When they get, like, a little bit deeper and raspier and sultry, they're all great. It's all good.
ダメ。待たない。大丈夫。怖くないよ。
I don't know. You force kissed me and bit me, or did I bite you? I don't remember. There was some like psycho kissing in that alley that time, so I might need to be a little bit afraid. But sometimes fear actions are fine.
かわいい。
When I'm afraid, it's intimidating. Just kidding. We know we turned out fine. A little bit cuckoo, but whatever. We like cuckoo bananas.
もう忘れたの？目閉じたらお仕置きって言ったでしょ。
Kissing with your eyes open is a little awkward.
そんな目で睨んでもダメ。約束はちゃんと守らなきゃ。
He punished me many times that night. I bet he did! And you know what? Not complaining! Alright. Oh, god damn it. The moment we have all been waiting for. Our favorite idol boyfriend. I mean, guys, Higa is Kosuke Toriumi, who's been in fucking everything, too. Although I feel like he has not been around for a while. Has it? Is it me? Well, Ichi and Variable Barricade, so okay. Watson and Cold Realize. Saito and Hakuoki. Puyo Puyo and Period Cube. Kaguya and Psychedelica of the... That's Black Butter. Or the... Which one's the... Oh god, it's the... Not Ashen Hawk, it's the... Is it the Black Butterfly? What's the butterfly one? Why can't I remember the name of the game? Anyway, that one. My favorite boy. Mikuni and Color X Malice. Oh, Chojiro and Nightshade. And Cecil and Utapri. Well, that anime's good too, and it's just really funny because when you... Like, I think when I first watched it, it was like I had Saito from Hakuoki, that voice, and then when he does for Cecil is so much perkier, and it's like, sir, what the fuck? Listen. Ever since I fell down the Japanese VA rabbit hole, I will never stop being impressed by some of the shit. Okay? Like, for those of you who have never heard this story, which I don't know where you've been if you've never heard this story, what made me fall down the rabbit hole was Junichi Suabe, okay? That man broke my fucking brain. Because we played Code Realize, and I would sit there every time it was loading up and watch the theme song go by, and my eyeballs, of course, I love Van Helsing, and I'm like, ah. So you see Junichi Suabe's name right there, of course, on the screen. So you get used to seeing his name, and it gets imprinted in your brain. And then I was watching Black Butler at the time, did not realize, okay. And I was reading something about it one time, and they mentioned Undertaker and Junichi Suabe's name, and I was like, wait, that's the same name as the guy who's Van Helsing in Code Realize. And I think I'd seen the Code Realize anime, so, like, even though we played with the voice acting off, I knew what he sounded like, okay? And I was like, can't be the same guy, because if you've seen Black Butler, you know what Undertaker sounds like. If you've played Code Realize, you know what Van Helsing sounds like, and that's no, right? So I'm like, that must be like John Smith in Japanese. It must be like a really common name or something, right? So I clicked the link, and it brings you to his page, and then you see that it's the same person, and my brain has never recovered because it's still broken. This was years ago. How long ago did we play Code Realize? Like 8, 9 years ago? I am still, like, every time I think about it, I'm like, how the fuck, sir? And then that fed me down the rabbit hole of going like, well, who's Grell then? Because Grell's my favorite Black Butler character, and realizing that Grell is also, Jun Fukuyama, who voices Kazuma in Noragami, who's my favorite, and I was like, fuck Thank you. My two favorite characters in the two animes I'm watching right now, and it's the same man, and I've never fucking gotten over, and I'm still in love with that man ever since. But it's shit like that. So every time you have someone and they have like a cutesy kind of voice, and then or a goofy voice, and then they do a sexy voice, I'm still like, I expect it. I expect that this is gonna happen because these men are fucking amazing. And yet every time I'm still like mind blown. I don't understand it. So like it's a novelty that will never wear off, and it will be something that always brings me immense joy figuring out and being like, how do you do this? Oh my god, as if I figured it out for the first fucking time, even though a decade later I'm still like, I don't know. It's just as fun as the first time. It's just as mind-blowing. The novelty will never fucking wear off for me. But anyway, let's see what he did for Higa. I'm sure it's going to be fucking great. Because this man... Okay, this man is great. As if every single fucking voice that we have heard all day today has not been fucking great. But here we go. Here's Higa. Okay, he's 34. That answers that question. I don't think they ever told us.
比嘉月彦34歳です。9月17日生まれの AB 型で、身長は178センチ。テンプスティで営業職をやってます。
He's doing a more adorableness. It's not sexy. And it's not like toned down or whatever. It's not as cute as Cecil. Okay. Cecil's voice is like very but he's got the little peppy kind of sprightly like oh, I've got kind of and like no, I'm here for it.
映画を見るのが好きですね。こないだ夜中にテレビでやってた古い映画を見てたら感動で号泣しちゃってトイレに起きてきたひなたに心配されちゃいました。
Like it's sweet. He's got like a little like he sounds like he's got the little excitement like oh yeah I watch and like and it's adorable and I love it. I'm smiling like an asshole.
特技かはわかりませんが保育園の行事で絵本の読み聞かせをした時に先生に上手だと言われたことがあります。読んでるとつい感情が入っちゃうんで自分では少し恥ずかしいんですけどね。
You just hear the little like happiness in his mind, and then this is so stop it. I love this man so much. I'm gonna die.
麻婆豆腐が好きです。ひなたはまだ辛いものが食べられないので食べたくなったら昼休みにお気に入りの中華屋さんに行ってます。
He's so cute. And Nana can't stand spicy food, so I won't make it at home or whatever, subject him to it. You're so cute. Stop. Listen! Some of you already made fun of me. Not really. I know you were making fun of me at all, like, I know. It was just as baffling for you as it was for me to be, like, me being like, I'm here to be a stepmom and whatever. But now we're here and I'm still like, I love you so much. Like, stop it.
納豆ですね。何度も克服しようと頑張ったんですけど、どうしてもあの匂いとネバネバした感じがダメなんです。
I think the cute, like, little lilt in his voice is not helping me not love him. You know what I mean? Like, there's just something sweet about the voice, and you're like, you're giving him such a sweet little voice, and it's so working. It's not helping me climb out of the hole that is Higa. I'm like just burying myself deeper in here, and I'm okay with it.
たまに飲みますよ。仕事の付き合いもありますし、週1くらいで家で飲むこともあります。あまり強くはないんですけどね。
We didn't get sexy times with Higa, but you know we're going back through both of my favorite fucking CGs.
昔はたまに吸ってたんですけど、ひなたが生まれる前にきっぱりやめました。100害あって一理なしですから。
My stupid face right now. And he's like, I stopped smoking when my kid was born. And you're like, I mean, as you should, but like, stop it! I'm gonna die! And I am not the person that gives a fuck, but God! this man makes me stupid. And I don't mean that in the sense of like other men like, man, this man makes me stupid. I mean, like, I feel like, what are you doing? This is not right. This is not who I am. I should not be fucking this head over heels with for a man with a kid. I know it's a 2D man with a 2D kid and it ain't real, but it's still like just so far outside my normal comfort zone. I don't even know what to do anymore.
そんなににやけてる
Me too.
恥ずかしいな。
Same.
久しぶりに二人きりだから浮かれてるのかも。映画もたくさん借りてきたし、今日は家でゆっくり過ごそう。あ、でもその前にびっくりした？映画を見始めたらしばらくできないから、今のうちにしておきたかったんだ。
Stop being adorable, you son of a bitch. Oh my god. I'm dead. I'm not gonna be able to make it through his fucking shit. This is the best way to end this part. Just stop it. I did not need a reminder of how much I love you, you bastard. I can't wait to look at this photo again.
アイドル時代の写真？見たって別に面白くないと思いますよ。
But the best, you know what's not surprising, actually, to be fair, knowing that Kosuke Toriumi is his voice actor, is that he would be an idol, because Utapri is an idol boy anime. So, I know you can sing! To be fair, I'm pretty sure most of them can, because they gotta be multifaceted and multi-talented and, like, whatever, but I'm just saying... It is Black Butterfly. It's psychedelic of the Black Butterfly, right? Yeah, okay, I don't know what. Anyway. But, like, you seem to voice a lot of my favorite characters. Like, I mean, Saito was one of my favorites. Okay, like, Sonnen did nothing wrong, and I'll defend that motherfucker left, right, and front and center. But Saito was the first one I was like, this one right there. Sold. Chojiro, I know you weren't even in your own route, but I still fucking love you, you son of a bitch. Period Cube's been a long time since I played it. I don't remember Boyo Boyo being anyone's favorite character. It was a little... There was a thing behind Puyo Puyo that I think I vaguely remember, but I can't go... I need to play that one again, but, Kaguya and Psychedelic of the Black... He was best boy, though. How can you not love that son of a bitch? Okay, so you've played some of my favorite characters and some of my favorite... But I'm just saying, 3 is good enough. And, well, 4 if you count this one. I know, Boss Babe is up there, too, but I just... Oh, God, this man... Oh, this man.
まだデータ残ってたかな。おっと。
I wish they played music, a song with it, so we could hear him sing, because I know he can.
笑わないでくださいね。
Trust me, I'm gonna fall out of my chair again. I know I've seen this CG multiple times, but... God damn, how hot are you? Why would we laugh at how fucking sexy you are?
そうですね。僕はオレンジ担当でした。確かメンバーカラーはみんなで9時か何かで決めた気がします。
Nah, but you look good in orange.
ポジション？ああ、いつも端の方でしたね。うちのグループ、センターは割と固定で、それ以外は曲によって変動する感じだったんですけど。
Okay, we're not going to go through the whole thing just because I want to see when he does his acting, but do we have a CG of him where he ever did, like, any kind... Okay, this one. I want to hear some more, like, we're already, like, knee-deep in it, so fuck it. This part's already long as shit, but who cares? I want a little more of... I want some sexy, but we didn't get sexy times with him, so we gotta have something where we get romantic. So.
なんか結局、ここに戻ってきちゃうね。さっきまでは夢みたいな場所にいたのに。いい意味で現実に戻ってきたなって気分。
Because you know he can do sexy, sexy voices. And he can do super cute voices. And this is kind of like in the middle. It's a little like, it's just perkier and slightly cutesier. You know? It's like a gentle, cute, like, safe. You know what I mean? Like, he talks to you and you're like, oh, you're not coming for me. You're like, oh, yeah, no. He's just a comfortable person to be around, you know, as opposed to coming up to you with a sexy voice where you're like, sir, I'm going to need you to turn that sex appeal off. He just comes up to you as background wallpaper with just a very normal, gentle, kind of nice voice. You're like, oh, okay, nice guy, whatever, you know? It so fits with the, like, I'm going to blend you into the wallpaper. And then you shock everyone by being the best fucking thing in the game. I'm sorry, boss babe. Higa really is the best thing in the game. I'm sorry.
君と出会ってからの数ヶ月、いろんなことがあったな。妻が亡くなってから、僕のこれからの人生は、ひなたのためだけにあるんだと思ってた。もちろん、それはマイナスな意味じゃなくて、自分の意志で、あの子のために、僕のすべてを捧げようって決めたんだ。でも結局、僕はひなたのためだということで、すべてを諦めていただけだった。今までの僕にとって、仕事はただお金を稼ぐための反復行動でしかなかったし。
It really was a crime to not get a sexy scene with him, though, you know?
ましてや恋愛なんて、もう二度とできないんだと勝手に思い込んでた。
I mean, a crime.
でも今は違う。仕事がとても楽しいと思えるし。
Someone needs to be tried and jailed for it.
ひなたと君と、そして僕自身のために自分の人生を使いたい。そう思えるようになったのは君のおかげだ。
Okay. Here we go. I didn't want to cut him off, but we want to get maybe the more romantic. Because you know goddamn well he would have turned it on. And how dare you, deprive us of that?
君が好きだよ。心からそう思う。
No, it's still soft and pretty. It's not sexy. I mean, that's not a bad thing, but it's not like, you know if he got sexy, but this is just still soft and gentle and perfect.
でも多分君には、たくさんの迷惑や苦労をかけることになる。もしかしたら、好奇の目で見られることもあるかもしれない。
The weird thing about this is people are going to look at us with curiosity or confusion. Okay, we got to go to the other one. I was just wondering if this is about, like, no, he gets a little softer, but it's not like the sexy. They deprived us of that, so that's unfortunate, but I need to see him acting. But they're going to look at us with confusion. Why? Because you have a second wife? Because the people who are going to look at us with confusion is going to be me and Usui. Because he's old enough to be my dad. You know? You're only like 10 years older than me. It ain't that big of a deal. Please. Oh God, I love the CG so much. I love his idol one, but this one might be my favorite. You put glasses on this motherfucker.
10年前、お前がこうして俺に手を差し伸べてくれたんだ。
Just, I love the CG so fucking much. This might be my favorite in the game.
すべてを諦めていた俺を、お前がこの世界に引き戻してくれた。あの時お前がいたから、今の俺があるんだ。
Spent way too much time on here.
だから今度は俺の番。
Oh my God.
ほら、さっさと行くぞ。みんながお前を待ってる。
Everyone's waiting for me to wrap this shit up. Okay. I just needed to do that one for a little bit. All right. Anyway, that's it. That's the game. I enjoyed it. Higa was worth everything. Oh my God. Oh, you know what we didn't do though? So we'll scroll through the... Oh, no, that's not what I went to do. Shit. I was trying to... Okay, no. Hi. Okay, boss babe. Don't try to turn on your sexy with me. All right, there you go. We gotta... Whoops. We gotta go through our other ones. All of our common route ones. This is such an awkward angle. They look like giant heads and tiny bodies. Oh, this one does have a second one. Okay. I think... Okay, the other ones all have two. Okay. And there's everyone hanging out at the bar. Not everyone. We're missing people. That's cute. Kabase looks pissed. And then it's funny because should be like a Nori CG, you know what I mean? But it's not. It's in the common route, I guess. But like the other ones I get because there's multiple people, but this seems like it should just be Nori. You know what I mean? There you go. Okay, we'll I'm sorry, but like Boss Babe is the hottest in this one. I know they took your glasses off, but like I almost don't fucking recognize you. Like, you know, but I absolutely love this, like, we're obviously getting married. And that's fucking adorable that they just kind of like, here's a wedding CG compilation. What the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, I do wish that, like, maybe my favorites were all grouped together so we could just have it zoomed in like this. But, like, we can't do that because then we're going to miss people. So you're going to have to see it like this. But anyway, now that it's been, like, probably an almost 2-hour-long part, we are done with Sympathy Kiss. And I had a great time overall. I mean, I think there were some parts and some routes in some areas where it was like, oh my god, what is happening? The drama was just great though, regardless. You know what I mean? Even if it was like, it's stressing me out, they did a good job getting us a lot of like drama moments. And, you know, I think Usui's route was a little like here and there sometimes you were like, it's good, but like, no, it's frustrating. Overall, would highly recommend the game. You guys have already played it with me, though. But, you know, it's one of those... I don't know what the point of that was, because, like, I recommend it, obviously. I enjoyed it overall. And I do think it's one of those that you know, there's always games that you look back on in the past and you're like, I don't really remember, like, they just kind of fall out or later end up being like a game that you're like, no, I wouldn't really play again. Or like, I know we had fun while we played it, but there were so many negative things during the game that like later that's really all that it's not that you think of the negative things, you just go, yeah, my overall impression has been you know. I do think that this one's going to be one of those like, no, we had a really good time playing that one. A lot of fun. Yeah. And I don't remember if this was one of those ones where it was like the reviews and things were like questionable. Like people were like, it's all right. You know what I mean? But I guess I really shouldn't look at those because there are times where if I'm thinking about a game to play, I'm like, maybe I won't play that one because people were kind of about it. It was kind of like, it wasn't like so anticipated and everyone, like, you know what I mean? There's like yeah, it's okay, it's fine. Or why did they choose this one for localization kind of question. And then there's always the like, so hyped, everyone's amped for it. And I feel like the games that everybody is totally in love with, that are like, yeah, it's the best game ever. I'm always at the end of the day, those are the ones that we have fun playing, but later on I'm like, yeah, I don't think I'd pick it up again. There was something like, those are the games that I'm like, not all the time, but I feel like when it comes down to games where everyone's like, it's just kind of, yeah, it's fine. It's all right. Or whatever, or it's kind of like, it's good. Like, maybe the reviews are good, but they're not, like, the best. They're, like, maybe in the B range. You know, like, they still got a good score. Like, everyone, yeah, no, it's good, but there's other ones I'd recommend over it. Like, that's in the mid-range, I guess. Like, I seem to like them a lot more than most people. I don't know. I don't remember if this was one of those ones that people were like, about it, you know? Because, like, I feel like it was, but now I don't remember. But I'm like, but I enjoyed this a lot more than, you know, I think maybe I was expecting to based on seeing what other people's general consensus was. I don't know. I thought this one was great. I liked the drama in it, even if it got frustrating and aggravating and I wanted to punch people and or run them over and throw them off a cliff and maybe go to jail for committing felonies against these people. You know what I mean? Like... But, like, overall, I think we had a good time. And the overall package, you know, I enjoyed. So, Yeah, and I hope you had a good time. I think Battlefield Waltz will be coming up not tomorrow, but the day after. As of yesterday, that was still winning in the poll. I have not checked it yet today, but again, I won't know until, because today is a Friday, I won't know till Monday when I go to record and start our new game what it will be. So I don't know. It'll be a surprise for both of us right now. So I will see you guys around and other things. Let's make sure this doesn't go dark while we're ending. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed it. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.